Travel Prep Guide for Tristan da Cunha, the most remote island on Earth. Welcome to the world's most remote island. Tristan da Cunha is often considered the most isolated inhabited archipelago on Earth. Nestled deep in the South Atlantic Ocean, it's so remote that it is sometimes referred to as the most remote place on Earth. This cluster of volcanic islands is located approximately 2,400 kilometers, 1,500 miles from the nearest inhabited land, Saint Helena, and around 2,800 kilometers, 1,750 miles from South Africa, the closest continental landmass. Home to about 250 hardy souls, Tristan da Cunha is part of a British overseas territory known as Saint Helena, Ascension, and Tristan da Cunha. The island's residents lead a simple life, relying on fishing and limited farming for sustenance, with very few modern conveniences. Despite its isolation, Tristan da Cunha offers a unique experience for travelers seeking adventure and a chance to step back in time. But be warned, visiting Tristan da Cunha requires meticulous planning, a sense of adventure, and a tolerance for the unexpected. So, if you're dreaming of venturing to the most remote inhabited island in the world, here's your detailed travel prep guide to ensure your journey is a success. Step 1. Understand the logistics. Getting there. Unlike most destinations, Tristan da Cunha does not have an airport or traditional transportation network. The primary way to reach the island is by sea. Most visitors travel via a private boat or as part of an expedition cruise, typically from Cape Town, South Africa, cruise expeditions. There are very few expedition ships that make stops in Tristan da Cunha, usually as part of a larger itinerary that includes visits to other remote islands in the South Atlantic. The trip can take anywhere from a week to 10 days, depending on weather conditions. The seas around the island are notoriously rough, so travelers should be prepared for challenging conditions. Private yacht or charter. Another option is to charter a private yacht, though this is expensive and requires experienced seafarers familiar with the challenges of navigating the South Atlantic. Time of year to visit. The best time to visit Tristan da Cunha is during the Southern Hemisphere summer months of November to March. This is when weather conditions are more favorable for sea travel. However, note that even during this period, the weather can be unpredictable, and you may encounter strong winds and rough seas. Step 2. Prepare for limited infrastructure. Accommodation. Tristan da Cunha is a small community with very limited accommodation options. There is no formal hotel or guest house on the island. However, some travelers may be able to stay with the island's residents, who may offer a room or a place to sleep in exchange for a small fee. There are also a few basic guest houses that provide a bed and meals for travelers who are part of an organized trip. Basic amenities. Don't expect modern amenities or luxury during your stay. Tristan da Cunha is a self-sustaining community that relies on fishing and agriculture. The island has a small post office, a small general store, and even a community hall. However, you'll find no shopping malls, no luxury hotels, or even large-scale restaurants. Food. The island has limited food imports, and the locals primarily rely on fish, potatoes, and other locally grown vegetables. Visitors are encouraged to bring their own supplies for the duration of their stay, especially specialty foods. Internet and communication. There is very limited internet access on the island. Cell phone service is almost non-existent, so plan to disconnect and embrace the isolation. Communication with the outside world is usually only possible via satellite phone or through the small post office. Step 3. Health and safety precautions. Medical care. While Tristan da Cunha does have a small medical clinic, medical care is limited. Serious illnesses or emergencies will require evacuation, which can be a complicated and lengthy process due to the island's isolation. It's highly recommended to bring a comprehensive first aid kit with essential medications, and if you have any pre-existing medical conditions, consult with a doctor before your trip. Vaccinations and health requirements. Ensure you're up to date on routine vaccinations and consider vaccines for hepatitis A and B, typhoid, and tetanus. It's always wise to check for any health advisories or travel warnings before departure. Step 4. Packing essentials. Because of the island's remote location and unpredictable weather, it's crucial to pack wisely. Here's a checklist of essential items. Clothing. Prepare for all types of weather. Bring waterproof, windproof outerwear, sturdy hiking boots, and plenty of layers. A good hat and gloves are essential, especially in colder months. Camping gear. If you're camping, make sure to bring a durable tent, sleeping bag, and cooking equipment. Be prepared for very basic camping conditions. Special supplies. Because the island has limited resources, you should bring any specialty items, such as medication, toiletries, and specific foods that you may need during your stay. Personal items. Bring a camera for capturing the stunning landscapes. Binoculars for bird watching. Tristan da Cunha is a haven for wildlife, and a notebook or journal to document your adventure. Step 5. Respect the local culture. The people of Tristan da Cunha live a simple, close-knit life. They are used to being self-sufficient and take pride in their independence. Visitors should approach the island with respect for the local culture and environment. Here are a few key tips. Be respectful of privacy. The islanders value their space and privacy. Don't assume you can wander freely around the village or approach people without invitation. Environmental considerations. Tristan da Cunha is an environmentally sensitive area. Follow all rules about waste disposal and avoid disturbing the local wildlife, including seals and birds. Stay informed. It's always helpful to learn a little about the island's history, geology, and culture before arriving. The island has a fascinating story, and locals are often willing to share it with visitors who show genuine interest. Step 6. Consider environmental challenges. Weather conditions can drastically change in the blink of an eye, and sea conditions can be unpredictable, so it's essential to remain flexible with your travel plans. It's not uncommon for expedition cruises to be delayed or diverted due to inclement weather. Also, keep in mind that Tristan da Cunha is in an active volcanic region, and earthquakes or volcanic eruptions, though rare, can occur. The ultimate remote adventure. Visiting Tristan da Cunha is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. The island offers an unmatched sense of isolation and an opportunity to disconnect from the chaos of modern life. But this remote paradise is not for the faint of heart. It requires meticulous planning, flexibility, and a sense of adventure. If you're ready to experience the world's most isolated island and immerse yourself in a community that has lived largely unchanged for centuries, Tristan da Cunha should be at the top of your bucket list. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like this post and subscribe for more travel tips and adventures to some of the world's most unique and remote destinations. Safe travels!